You just met. It feels good, kind of. But then your mind starts spinning. Oh my God, do they like me? Are they safe? Am I ignoring red flags? Am I being too picky? If you've ever felt stuck in this spiral, then this one's for you. Because today we're going to talk about, is it anxiety or is it my gut and my reaction and something that's telling me that there's something going on, right? So is this a gut instinct warning me, or is it my anxiety creating noise? The $1,000,000 fucking question, and common in early dating, especially for people with relational trauma. Hello. Anxious or avoidant attachment, or those prone to overthinking. Hello. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. And let's actually talk about, I'm big on the science and the neuroscience of things. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Sabrina Zohar. I'm a dating and relationship coach, and I have a podcast on here called The Sabrina Zohar Show. So we get more into it. But the nervous system, which is, something that you're born with, your nervous system and your brain process relationships through both intuition and protective parts. So when fear hijacks intuition, it can feel the same, but it's actually not. And so what we actually want to be able to talk about is how can you genuinely know the difference? And here are the signs to look out for. So the first thing to really note about is anxiety, typically speaking, isn't about the present moment. It's a projection into what might happen, right? Anxiety is a fear of the future. And here's how to tell when and how that's running the actual show. So the first thing I want us to look for is our nervous system being dysregulated, right? The biggest and first instinct is your gut is typically a quite calming sensation, right? Think about if you walked by, as a woman, right? If I'm walking late at night and I walk by a group of guys, doesn't matter what they look like or who they are. My body might kick in and go, hey, is this safe? Maybe you should run. I'm not going to sit there and be like, do you think they think I'm pretty enough? I don't get it. Why aren't they catcalling me? No. My thought is get the fuck out and go to safety. And so what we look for here is if you're talking about, is it my nervous system? Is it anxiety? Is it my gut? Then typically speaking, anxiety is going to come with some kind of fight, flight, freeze, fawn kicking in. So you'll have your heart will race, you'll have shallow breathing, you'll have tension in your chest or your gut. This is a sympathetic overreaction. It's not insight because now you're in survival mode. You're not in the truth-telling mode. And that's really real because the neuroscience of it is, so we have a part of our brain called the amygdala. It's your fear center. And that can override the prefrontal cortex, which is logic and common sense. So it makes it really hard to think clearly when you are anxious, which is why sometimes we'll look and we're like, does the pinch match the ouch? Is there actually something that's going on, right? And I see this all the time. Maybe the trigger is something neutral or an action or inaction. And I'll hear this every day of I don't know, I can tell something's off. I just know it. I don't know what, but I can just feel something's off. And that's a classic anxious attachment response because that's hypervigilance, looking for a problem. Now, there's a difference between something feels off, their behavior's really changing. They're normally really, really sweet and kind and compassionate. And now they've been really cold and dismissive for 3 weeks. Obviously, if there is a shift, if the person has always been one way and one day you wait and now they're different, duh, of course, let's get curious and let's start to look into it. But you notice how even if that happened, you might go, something's going on. Okay, let me get curious. Let me talk to this person. What's happening? Versus something's going on. I knew it. They don't want to be with me. They don't like me. You notice how now we have the second part to it, the obsessive looping. So you'll start to replay text. You'll start to over obsess about their tone. You overanalyze every fucking interaction. You're becoming super hypervigilant and you feel like you need one more piece of evidence to feel safe. So that is a classic cognitive distortion. So you're catastrophizing or you're mind reading. And here is a really real problem that we have when we come into the anxiety is because your brain's oh my God, I have to keep you safe. So now all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're looking into every single word you've ever said when it's hey man, what are the facts to back this up? How is it something I did when maybe this person really just isn't by their phone today? And for a lot of people, they start to get really future trippy. So you're going to leap fucking 5 steps ahead. What if they leave? What if I get hurt? And it's okay, well, you're just reacting to a fear-based fantasy. You're not actually grounded in reality because here's the reality. What are the facts to back this up? So you want to do a quick check. Am I present with this person or am I in a fucking mental movie about what might happen? Is this actually based on facts that are happening right now? What are the facts to back this up? Am I actually in my body present or does this feel like this is coming from a place in the past? Does this feel familiar? Is this something that I do all the time, especially if you start to notice it's a pattern and you're oh no, girl, this is with everybody. It's okay, so then that's anxiety. That's not intuition because your intuition's just always fucking flaring. No, that would be anxiety. And guys, just a plug, if you need more support, we have the podcast right here on YouTube or on Spotify if you want to listen. And we have courses. We have a foundation course, a nervous system course, a breakup course, and a self-love course. Whatever you guys need, everything's at sabrinazohar.com or the link in bio. So now let's talk about signs it's actually intuition and it's not just anxiety. So real intuition is quiet, it's steady, it's grounded, it doesn't fucking scream, it nudges you. And typically speaking, it's a lot calmer. It's a lot calmer of a clarity. Like you'll feel settled knowing, even if it's not what you necessarily want. And maybe that feels, like I said, something feels off here and I don't need to explain why. I'm just going to get curious with the person that I'm with. And consistency over time. The feeling stays consistent. It's not a mood swing. It's not a low hum of clarity, right? It's not based on the single incident. It's a pattern that you're picking up on and that you're noticing. So it's not that they didn't text you and all of a sudden you're up in arms. And you're like, I knew it. I knew something's off. I knew something's wrong. And then they text you and everything's fine. That's anxiety. That's fear-based. That's not actually it. Because when you're calm, there's a felt sense in your body. It shows up in your body center, like your heart and your gut, with a very grounded sensation. You might feel even peaceful, slightly detached, but you're confident, right? You're not sitting there freaking out. You're like, it's cool. I got this. And when the ventral vagal state, when we're calm, right? So that's more like a calm, connected nervous system is active. We're more able to access true intuition and connection because you're able to access your choices. When you're really anxious, you're not able to access into that. So here, I want you to start asking, am I responding from curiosity and clarity, or am I responding from panic and pressure? What space am I coming from and how I'm handling this? And now let's go to some tools to be able to discern what the fuck is coming up. I want to get practical and how you actually pause and sort through the truth from the trigger, because what happens, we go from 0 to 100. And so again, I've talked about this on the podcast a million times, the sacred pause. And it's inspired by Tara Brach. She's a somatic therapist and somatic therapy. But when overwhelmed, I want you to ask, before you react, I want you to ask, what's happening in my body? What's going on? And am I in a story or am I in the present moment? Even 30 fucking seconds of breathing and awareness helps you exit that survival mode. You can also try some breathing techniques, the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, 8, exhale for 8. It helps calm your nervous system. Again, you can go do jumping jacks. You can grab a sour candy. That actually brings you back to the present moment, whatever you need to do. And then we can start to tap into some truths, like truth or trigger. Use a journal, right? I want you to start asking yourself, is this feeling familiar from a past wound? What do I know to be true versus what do I fear might be true? What are the facts that I have? Am I avoiding something or am I honoring my boundary? I want you to start to kind of look at the energy of the messages. Intuition, again, is calm. It's non-reactive. But if trigger is really, it's urgent, it's chaotic, it's a pressure to act right now because that's your body. Like, I need safety. Well, no, you got to use your body as a compass. I want you to stand still. Like, literally, do I lean into this person or step back? I mean, I'm getting woo. Your body might lean or back. Use it as data. You can people fucking use a pendulum, whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. But start to get curious. So the next time you're fucking spiraling and you're in hell in a handbasket, I want you to ask yourself, is this my truth or is it a trigger? Take that pause, get curious, and come back to your body. That way, whatever it is, you can then either go to your partner and be like, hey, I really want to share this with you. This triggered me, but this is what came up for me. Or you can go to your partner, or you may not go to your partner. Maybe you just sit with yourself of like, whoa, I don't need to say anything to them. Like, this is a me thing. I don't need to involve my partner. So it's really important. Remember, intuition, calming, more grounding, more, no, I'll handle it. I got this. Versus anxiety is the body sensations. It's the narrative. It's the usually attacking yourself, bringing yourself down, looking for proof to reaffirm your core beliefs. And guys, if this resonated and you want to go deeper, this is the foundation of everything we teach in the foundation program and in the Nervous System 101 course. You don't need to guess your way through dating. You just need tools to be able to decode your body and trust whatever inner signals are going on and whatever's coming up for you. So please know that's available, and so is the podcast. And I will see you guys soon with another video.